Hey, how's it going, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon, I guess evening for a lot of everyone in chat. Let's see who we have here in chat. Looks like we have Wanzo, uh, Robot Washing Machine, Totally Normal, Christopher Stroll, how's it going? Got the Stream Elements bot, Orion, and Mike C. Nice. And DD watching from bed. Perfect. That is a good spot to be during a live stream. I mean, it's just, you can type your messages, kick back, relax a little bit. So I figured I'd kind of change up the background a little bit more like some office, scenery kind of situation. And yeah, just want to change it up a little bit because the background was great, but it was kind of getting old after a while. So today is the conversation all about Power Soccer. So basically I kind of put together a presentation for a local hospital around here, and I figured that it's kind of a kind of put together presentation all about like Power Soccer and what it's about. And I figured it'd be kind of a really good thing to be able to put on a live stream so you guys can learn all about the live stream or what Power Soccer is and answer any questions you guys might have about it and kind of go from there. I figured it'd be kind of a fun subject. It looks like we have a good amount of people to be watching and talking about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in, unless anyone has any direct questions right away about Power Soccer. Give me a second here, get the shared screen action going on. Let's see. You think I'd be a little bit more prepared? Slightly. Great. I do not have a oh yes I do. I have a desktop background. All right, transitioning to desktop. Hey, look at that. Full screen slide and everything, and I didn't mess it up. So we'll kind of do a little background, basically. Who I am and my whole thing with Power Soccer. Yes, PowerPoint, but not quite PowerPoint. Google's version of PowerPoint, okay? But yeah, it is PowerPoint related. All right, so obviously you guys know who I am, Brian. You guys are on my channel, so obviously you probably know somewhat clue who I am. Basically, Becker's muscular dystrophy. Been chilling with that for quite a long time. Basically kind of talk about my active and hiking sports, computers, gaming, that kind of thing. Oh, chat's in the way. Okay. Please hold. Chat box frame. Chat box that. Chat box. Chat's gone. There you go. You get my lovely face. I'll put chat in the way. Or I'll put chat back on later if you guys want me to. Anyways, I have a strong interest in technology, how it can improve daily lives. I've also developed a Power Soccer program here in Portland with the help of a person in chat that may or may not want me to have them named. You can tell me in chat. So I've been doing adaptive sports for well over a decade. My involvement started out as an athlete, and then kind of after I moved here into the Portland area, became a coach and an organizer. I started a sport in Power Soccer in 2011 in Phoenix, where I had the opportunity to compete nationally for 5 years, playing against different teams at different levels. It was a really important time for me. It was the first time to where I had an experience of being around other disabled individuals. Prior to that, I didn't have a whole lot of any friends that had disabilities, or I wasn't really a part of any type of adaptive anything at that point in time. Um, and for me, after going through and doing that for some years, I kind of realized how important it was to have friends who can understand, what I'm going through. And it also taught me how adaptable driven people can be, even with the most severe disability. It was very eye-opening being able to see their, I don't know, the abilities of people that had way more severe disability than I did were out there on the, on the basketball court playing against me, just, doing circles around me, basically. So let's kind of talk about how uh, Power Soccer started. So, or actually, Power Soccer PDX, sorry, not how Power Soccer itself started. Power Soccer itself started, I believe, in the late 80s, is when Power Soccer had started. There's a website I'll be sharing later that will have the information of when Power Soccer started, the details. But this is all about going, I guess, into the Power Soccer program that I started here with the help of a friend in chat, which will remain nameless. Yeah, so after having the experience of playing Power Soccer there, I basically started a new journey in Portland to be closer to family. And after I moved here, I realized that there was no Power Soccer. So I started Googling adaptive sports organizations here in the Portland area and came across a nonprofit called Adaptive Sports Northwest. I set up an appointment with them to discuss starting soccer. During that initial meeting, I bet another power wheelchair user, and that would AKA be totally normal. Um, and was it a Christmas party? I don't remember it being a. Well, I guess it was. It was talking about some sort of Christmas party. You're right. It was the wine-colored carpet. Yeah, that sounds about right. And it totally normal was very excited about being able to wait, we have metal guards and there's balls and there's wheelchairs. This sign me up. Um. Anyways, so myself and Totally Normal started this program back in 2016, and we decided to call it Power Soccer PDX. So this is going to go into, I guess, kind of what is Power Soccer. To answer the question everyone wants to know. So Power Soccer is the first competitive team sport designed and developed specifically for power wheelchair users. These participants include persons with quadriplegia, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, cerebral palsy, head trauma, stroke, spinal cord, and a wide variety of other disabilities. Power Soccer combines the skill of a power wheelchair user with the speed and power of the chair itself, and it's basically very similar to regular soccer. It's played on a gymnasium, regulation basketball size court. It's 2 teams of 4. So to be 4 on one team, 4 on the other. And basically the way it works is each team has a goalie and then 3 forwards. That's kind of how we practice and how we do that. Basically, you can just imagine wheelchair users going after it, trying to attack to get the ball, defend, and or even spin kicking the ball, which we have the ability to do now since we have some Strike Force chairs, which is awesome. We'll come into seeing some of that. Any questions so far? I know riveting, things when it's a slide or PowerPoint, excuse me. So a question that I get a lot from parents and other people in the Portland area who are interested in maybe putting somebody that they know or wants to be able to participate in is basically it's for the age of 5 and older that have used or in a power wheelchair. Now we have had players come to us that have they're manual chair users and they want to be able to play soccer. That's totally fine. It's not a problem. It's literally open to anybody, even if they don't have power chair experience. As long as they can basically handle a power wheelchair and be able to drive it on their own independently, that's basically the main requirements for power soccer. So as you can see kind of in the picture, we currently attach metal guards to athletes' wheelchair to protect their feet and chair. We also have donated wheelchairs that can be used if any participants want to protect their everyday wheelchair. So some of these participants here you see in this photo are using one of our extra chairs, so they don't have to worry about damaging their everyday chair, or if they're a manual chair user, we have wheelchairs for people to use. And that's Wanzo's backside. Hey, White Raven, welcome in. I know people can't see chat right now. I disabled it per Wanzo's request. I will put it back up shortly. So let's see, what else we talk about here? It's a non-contact sport, but as you can see, actually you can't really see, the photo's kind of cut off, but the rear tires of this wheelchair that this person's in is actually off the ground from stopping so quick, probably or possibly hitting Wanzo. It's I can't tell. But yeah, you can see got the ball, people fighting for it. That's kind of, yeah, that's a it's considered non-contact for sure, because there are referees involved and stuff. If you're constantly banging into people, they're going to give you a yellow card, and yeah. So here's a great little video here that I had put together. I'm going to hopefully have the volume turned down so nobody's eardrums are being taken out. Let me know if it's too loud. These photos kind of give you a good idea of our the early years of our Power Soccer program. But anything you guys see in this video, feel free to ask me about in chat. So right now we are currently in a break for Power Soccer, and basically this is kind of talking a little bit detailed about what we do for our Power Soccer practices. So right now we have a combination of people that are doing Power Soccer for recreational use, and then we have a competitive team that we have recently in the last 2 years been able to put together, and are hopefully, and cross our fingers, in the next is it this month or next, no, next month, that we might be heading out towards California for our first little tournament. Hopefully, crossing fingers that happens. It's still in the working at the detail stages, but I think it's possible it's going to happen. Anyways, one of the things that we, as basically it being a team sport, having people participate in Power Soccer really helps people build up character through being able to like have teamwork, communication, and good sportsmanship. Really allows a lot of the athletes and stuff to work together. It also helps wheelchair users gain confidence in controlling their wheelchairs, especially if they're new to a power wheelchair. Power Soccer will make you basically like expert level driver in no time at all if you're new to a power chair. So yeah, so I was a few slides, I think 2 slides back, but yeah, so starting age is young as basically 5. So 5 to 99, whatever, be 100, 102. As long as you can drive a power wheelchair safely by yourself, you're good. That's all that's required. So hopefully this year is our year that we'll be able to for sure have enough numbers of both recreational and our team that we'll be actually to have 2 whole complete separate practices. That's one of our goals for this year, is to make it so we can have 2 separate practices for the 2 different groups. So I am one of the coaches as well as the person organizing and keeping the everything with Power Soccer PDX together and running. Well, all right. I'm gonna have to get chat here on in a second, so everyone can catch up on chat. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the next video, so then we can then basically switch it back and we can have a discussion about it, and put chat back on so we can all hang out and catch up with chat.
All the way across, Lane with a shot, Vincent Lane with a goal. Riley Johnson, oh, Riley Johnson found a space, no foul that time. Archer with a shot, Michael Archer with a goal.
We just need more offense.
And you didn't even move. They will get our goal.
Chicago, saved by Damon, corner kick for San Jose.
There it is.
A goal by number 6, Michael Graydon. Damon over to Engel, going for a big shot. Far post, and it's in for Engel.
Riley Johnson pushing. Moises Rojas not afraid of the contact. Drew Cunningham. Cunningham, Marshfield with a goal.
That's the way you play, you know me?
That video was put together by the United States Power Soccer Association. So I'm going to come back to regular chat here for a minute, and then we'll talk about some questions about basically what we just saw right there and what that is. So basically that video was put together to show what it's like at the national tournament level for a lot of the competitive teams. And that wheelchair that you saw there is, they call it a Strike Force chair. It's a chair specifically made for Power Soccer, and the yeah, sorry, I got distracted. Carryover came in to grab my my cup. So the oh geez, I'm totally having a brain fart now. See, this is what happens. I get distracted. Anyways, so the Strike Force chair is specifically made for soccer. It's basically rear-wheel drive. It has a pretty extended front metal guard on it that allows you to swing and kick the ball and basically really get a good hit behind it. Like, you know, a good easily 10 miles an hour, if not even faster. I don't really know. I've never measured a ball being hit, but it'd be actually something we should add to the list there. Totally normal. How fast could a soccer ball get hit? Might be a kind of a fun video. Anyways, and those wheelchairs are about $10,000 a piece in a stock form for somebody who doesn't need any additional like modifications. So it wouldn't include like a seat tilt at all. It doesn't include any type of you know, custom joystick. Would need a custom joystick. For some of the individuals on our team that need a little bit more advanced like wheelchair controls and stuff, it brought up the price to around $17,000-$20,000 per chair, depending on the total amount of modifications. For example, let's say if there's an athlete that needed a head array, like a head array version of a Strike Force chair would probably be around $20,000. Which honestly, us getting the let's see, we have 3 regular Strike Force chairs right now that has allowed us to be able to be at ready for a competitive level that you just saw. So our goal is this year will be the year that we will, because we had to take, you know, the 2 years off due to the situation of the world. Our goal is to hopefully get back into it and, yeah, be able to hopefully play at the national tournament this year, or at least be able to have enough things lined up for us to be able to do that. So at least have enough gameplay. So, all right, let me catch up here in chat. 25 years of driving a competition chair can be scary. Yes, that's very true. Can I put Granny in a RC power wheelchair and play from sidelines? I don't. I mean, I guess technically, probably no. That would be actually really awesome to see. Since she's not the one controlling the chair, probably no. But that would be really fun to to have a remote control soccer chair. That would be a lot of fun. And Orion saying click back bump. Yeah, it's sometimes at the national level or like the competitive team level, there's definitely a little bit more, a little metal banging, not banging, but it's definitely not like full on collisions unless you're the goalie. The goalie, you kind of get beat up. Everyone always runs into the goalie no matter what. So, oh, thank you, White Raven. Yeah, I just got done making those. I think like 2 streams ago. I think I finally finished those, and I want to have some really cool transitions in between scenes just to kind of make it a little bit smoother than like, oh look, there's Ryan's desktop. Like, this one change up a little bit. Stock fleet vehicle. Yeah, I would consider the Strike Force chair the stock fleet vehicle of Power Soccer. That's for sure. That's a good explanation of it. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask about Power Soccer? And I'll answer the best that I can. I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself an expert by any means, but I am coaching it and running a program here, so I figured I'd have some things. The bullseye on the goalie. That wouldn't be any fun though. The goalie's always going to be the target because they're always going to be the one trying to make sure that they don't get taken out, that kind of thing. I think goalie should definitely be the target though. That's pretty much the way it is in soccer. No questions at all after all that? Come on, you guys. You guys are normally a lot more chatty group in chat. Do the athletes have to pay to play? For our program here at Power Soccer PDX, there is it's basically could be free. And what's in the... We'll come back to that, totally normal. So yeah, see, yeah, this is what I read chat, and then there it goes. All goes through. So there's $100 like optional donation fee towards Adaptive Sports for joining Power Soccer PDX, but as far as having to pay to play, no, there's no cost. I mean, there might be some additional cost maybe to get to a tournament or something like that most adaptive sports organizations help pay for as much as they can, but there is sometimes a little bit of a cost. For me, when I traveled, the main cost I had was I had to pay half the airfare for any time we traveled. I didn't think it was too bad. So to answer Totally Normal's question, the Blue Cup is currently a raspberry tea. No alky. Do some Mario Kart weapons for Power Soccer. That would be fun. One thing they do is they have a Power Soccer camp out in Minnesota every year. And one of the things they do is they do like blacklight Power Soccer, where everyone straps like neon stuff to their wheelchairs and stuff, and glow sticks, and they turn out the lights, and it's like, I think they did something to the ball to make it some sort of glow in the dark ball or something. I don't know. I've never been to it, but I've heard really awesome things about it. So, but yeah, some sort, or actually even Nerf guns. That would be kind of fun. I could see that. So I did adjust YouTube settings to make it super low latency. So I'm hoping that will keep it so there's not a 10-second delay in between chat and me, because I know that was kind of becoming a problem on the last stream, that it was such a big long delay in between you guys chatting and me responding. Ooh, nice. I should maybe look into doing that too. It's something I just haven't had a chance to. Right? 007 style? That would be a lot of fun. I think people would be all over that. All right, we have I think 2 more slides on the old presentation. All right. So let's kind of go over, we'll glaze over these last little slides here. Just going to talk about some of the benefits of Power Soccer. Basically, a lot of this is like, you know, for like written for like a hospital and things I've done. Oh, I'll see you later there, Totally Normal. It's good seeing you. Thanks for being on. Oh. you're literally driving out, headed out. Got it. Let's see. Our program helps promote interaction with people in positive community settings, promoting teamwork, you know, allowing them to ability to participate in sport, competitively, recreationally. The thing that I really love about Power Soccer is being able to find community support among like the group of all the players, and having different disabilities and be able to work together. I really like that. Having social participation, like being able to participate doing a sport that everyone likes, that kind of thing. This Wanzo, this is from a presentation I already did. I just edited it for the stream and removed some items out of it. So this is already did the presentation. It was for a local hospital here. Also offers autonomy, and other additional recreational opportunities can come up from people playing Power Soccer. And for more information about the Power Soccer program or anything I made here, it's our website's powersoccerpdx.com, or you can also follow the Power Soccer PDX on social media at Power Soccer PDX, and that's the same thing for all of our social channels for like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We have all that stuff. All right, I'm gonna bring back up chat and we'll go down to questions. All right, so first question, how long is each match? So the way it works as far as the matches go is it's 2 20-minute halves with a 10-minute break in between. Anyone ever get their chairs to power slide while playing? I wouldn't necessarily say, well, I guess in a kind of way, like I wouldn't necessarily say power slide, but I mean, yeah, I guess yes. To answer your question, yes. For example, if you have two Strike Force chairs, with the ball in between them, let me see if I can have if I have anything that shows that in my pictures. I don't think I do. But imagine the ball being stuck between the two Strike Force chairs. When they're fighting for the ball and they're going full throttle, like fighting for the ball, the rear tires of Strike Force chairs will be spinning, laying down some rubber on the court. That's about as much as we'll comment on that. As Wanto says, no comment. So there's definitely some power sliding going on, not while driving, but definitely while fighting for the ball. There's definitely a break attraction, and some people that play at the competitive level, excuse me, they end up putting additional weights in the back of their chairs to provide more traction over the back tires. So here's pulling up a photo here real quick. This may include Wanzo. There he is. So, yeah, so this is basically showing the two Strike Force chairs the ball. And you get that ball between those two chairs, and you sit there and you fight with it. Like, it just, yeah, there's definitely a high chance of basically laying down some rubber on the court. That's for sure. Let me see if I can show you guys any fun little videos about soccer. Any other questions from anybody? Anybody that's watching that's not participating in chat have a question? Feel free to type your message in chat. I will see it and be glad to answer any questions you might have. Down for question time. So one thing about I guess that I didn't talk about yet is my soccer chair is not a Strike Force chair. So when I first started Power Soccer in 2011, I first started out with a Permobile, with a Corpus 3G. Oh, you sent me a power sliding on Discord. All right, well, I'm gonna load up Discord real quick. And then I'll get back to the questions here. Special non-marking tires. Nope, they're the regular, just typical gray non-marking tires. A little bit different size than what is normal. For like, a power chair, they're a little bit smaller. I don't remember the size off the top of my head. All right. Let me figure out how to get this displayed without showing a lot of information.
Jacob with a challenge. Rizzo.
There we go. Oh, all right. Looks like there's a way for me to download this video file. Give me a second. All right, so you need this little actuator to spray some Pam onto the court. Yeah, I could see somebody trying to do that. I mean, I hope there's not somebody out there like putting stuff down on the ground like that, but they would probably definitely be caught. It'd be very noticeable, I think, very quickly. So. All right. I have a great video here to share with you guys. Thanks to Totally Normal. Let's go ahead and switch back to the old desktop. All right, gonna back this thing on up here. Turn on the audio.
Jacob with a challenge. Rizzo gets a good read, but Joro off the ceiling. What a save from J-Net!
That was priceless. That was awesome. Thank you for sending that. I'm gonna have to add that into one of my transitions. That's just whoever put that together did an awesome job. That was amazing. All right, let's see. What else am I seeing? So Orion says, I can only hear my junior high school days compared to non-marking souls. I can only imagine a power chair tire mark. Yeah, I mean, and that's something that we've had to deal with is markings left on the tire now. And the good news is the tire compounds have gotten to the point where it doesn't leave any more mark than I would say like a shoe. The most important part that we've kind of learned about the Strike Force chairs is not like spinning the tires in one spot for like a long time or over any of the painted areas if possible. But there's definitely been some challenges with the tires leaving marks before, especially we've been to like tournaments and stuff where I have been, to tournaments where we basically had to like clear things off of the floor and stuff like that because it was just, yeah, we had left quite a bit of some markings. So, yeah. But that's pretty much basically kind of what Power Soccer is. I'm trying to see if I can put together any videos here that I might have to be able to share with you guys. I didn't have a chance to go through the videos ahead of time before to be able to show you guys what it is like at practice or what practice is like. Yes, there is. I don't know off the top of my head what it is. It's in the rule book, and I believe, let me see if I can find a picture that shows one of the guards down low. Ah, perfect. Explanation coming up. Okay, so this is one of our donor chairs. So I'm pretty sure the rule states that it has to be a 2-inch maximum off the ground, the front of the guard. It can't be any higher than 2 inches off the ground. I can put together the rule book and the video description at the end of the video. I'll put the rule book in there and be able to have it so you can take a look and see what the specifications are. But yeah, it has to be 2 inches. And then depending on the wheelchair, I believe it can't have, when this caster is turned around the other way in reverse, I believe this gap here cannot be any more than, I think it might be 10 inches is the maximum that's allowed. I'll have to pull up the rule book and pull that out. But yeah, that's kind of the minimum height. Definitely has to be down low at 2, because without it, you don't want stuff getting stuck up underneath the chair and tipping over or anything like that. So they try to keep it down low. That's a great question, though. In Japan, the mama-sans would make you take those marks off the floor with a tennis ball. And actually, that's funny that you say that, White Raven. We've actually have at the current practice location we're at now, we do use tennis balls on the end of a stick to do that. So that's kind of funny that you mentioned that.
It's a good read, but Joro off the ceiling and a save from Jay now.
All right. Sorry about that. I think the video just played again. Trying to get it to close. And Discord is not wanting to close. All right. Any other questions or thoughts that anyone has? I'm going through some videos right now. Ah, perfect. All right, I have some new videos for us to be able to watch. Thank you to Wanzo providing us some videos to be able to watch here. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out a fun little video for Wanzo, and I'll come back to questions. As soon as I can find my mouse. And go desktop. Okay, this is Wanzo showing us how to properly kick the bucket.
Okay, stop. Wait.
Ready? Okay. Good distance. I think they didn't hit it hard enough. So,
Okay, stop. Wait.
you should have had it on that very reverse turn. That's pretty good, though.
Okay, stop. Wait.
Mouse fail with the wrong screen. There we go. Whoops. Sorry about that, folks. All right. How's the experience of levels of the team decided? That's kind of basically determined by the coaches. And basically, as far as experience level 2 is yeah, I mean, it's mainly, I would say, considered by the coaches. Okay, we got another video brought to you by Wanzo.
This is a real B&H customer story. Jack and Barbara, professional wildlife.
Oh, we cannot be playing ads on here. Sorry about that. Oh man, this is like one of those streams where like everything that shouldn't happen is happening, including playing sounds from ads. Oh, and wow, that's lovely. It looks like our Google Chrome has decided to crash completely. Nice. Only during the live stream would something like that decide to happen. That's okay though. It's nothing we can't fix. So this is a video that's coming up that is from when from us doing a soccer practice, and Wanzo brought a 360 camera. This is from like 2019, so this is definitely a while ago, but it's a really cool video that Wanzo was able to put together. Great music. Now this was way before we had Strike Force chairs. And sometimes we had some of the chairs, we had PVC pipe guards as well. But there's definitely a difference in the way that metal guards bounce the ball off of versus plastic. When it hits plastic, it just kind of just does like a thud. Thank you, Wanzo, for sharing these. I totally forgot about these videos. At this practice place that we were using, the floor was very uneven where the ball would have a mind of its own. It's definitely a really cool view for Power Soccer. Oh yeah, totally normal, we do. I know nobody can read chat right now, so I'll bring up chat here in a second and put the links to the channels in there. That might be helpful. There we go. That was pretty cool. Oops. Play the next one. Alright, so I will copy one more link here. We have more videos. Alright. Alright, here is our YouTube channel. Needs to go into chat. Hold on, I need to switch accounts real quick. Give me a second. I appreciate YouTube chat support on every device now except for Apple TV. That's awesome. Trying to type. Yeah, I'm assuming people could maybe have like a Bluetooth keyboard, maybe. There's a possibility. Or maybe that's not. Let's see here. Give me a second. Try to get back to my live dashboard. Because without it, I can't give you guys anything to... There you go. There is the link to our Power Soccer PDX YouTube channel. Now let's switch back to desktop mode real quick and take a look at another video.
Going on there. Totally stock. Give it some spins. Yeah. Don't detach your retina now.
Party time.
Pinball.
Forget it, Lupe. Go, Johnny. I got left. Bring it, boy.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
You got me on that one.
I'll take that.
Oh, dang it.
You all right?
Get it, Sam. Go around. Okay.
Where's Johnny at?
We had to throw this in. This is something that really showed like the noise of those motors. You could really hear it coming down the hallway or anything. So yeah, that's kind of our little montage of some Power Soccer PDX videos, and it was definitely scary. And some of that footage that you saw where it had metal guards and plastic guards. It was definitely, yeah, really wanted to kind of make sure that people weren't running into each other, stuff like that. That's totally normal is mentioning that there's the Chromecast and Roku support the overlay for chat. I didn't know that. Yeah, I have played Rocket League. I have a Rocket League. I haven't played it in a long time. Something that Wanzo and I used to play. Maybe we need to. Maybe the next stream. Maybe we do like a game night. That would be kind of fun. Gotta love cats. Mike C says danger mode. Yeah, there's definitely a danger mode there. It looks like none of the chat that was recently typed in during that other screen did not show up, so I apologize. I thought that I had fixed that so chat doesn't get cut off at the top. Yeah, I have a mode specifically that I keep my chair in if I'm like cruising downtown Portland or on the sidewalks where I know I can like move the wheelchair very quickly and swiftly if needed. Or you're talking about well, I'm assuming that's what you mean by danger mode. You keep telling him that if he does that too much, you're gonna eat him. That's a good threat. I don't know how. I mean, I don't think the cat's still like gonna be scared of that. But you go, man. You go. Wait. You keep trying to throw him, or you keep treating? Yeah, Orion. I totally agree. Like danger mode would be like fast moving, top speed. Yeah, and that's kind of the way I like my chair in outdoor mode. I don't trust cars, bicyclists, any of those kind of situations. It's just nice to have knowing that your wheelchair can just go like super fast and hopefully move out of the way quickly. There's been a few times that I've been downtown. I think one time, I believe, may have been one of Totally Normal's video. I'll see if he remembers, but there's one time we were crossing the street or something, and either he did or one of us almost got clipped by somebody on one of those scooters. That was like just cruising down the street like 10 miles an hour and almost clipped one of us. I don't remember when that was or if Totally Normal remembers. I know he's driving. Type 1 if you remember Totally Normal. I'm just kidding. Don't type and drive, dude. It's not okay. It's not safe. Oh, threatening. Gotcha. Cats just feed in threats. Oh, cats feed on threats. Yeah, that's probably a true thing. I don't have a whole lot of experience with cats. I did have a dog for a while, but yeah, no experience with cats. That's except for a Totally Normal cat at one point in time. Older cats. So yeah, that's kind of the whole little thing about the Power Soccer. Just wanted to be able to kind of go over it with people, talk about it. Oh, I guess one of the other things I mentioned going to talk about is to kind of talk about basically what's we're going to talk about. We talk about Love the Sport, starting the program, my custom soccer chair. We kind of went over a little bit, and then we didn't really talk about yeah, totally normal. I was asking about if you remember that time we were in Portland somewhere and we were crossing the street and a guy on a scooter came by and almost clipped like one of us. And I think you had it on like your 360 camera. I remember we replayed it later on when we got back and it was a close call. Curious if you remember that or not. I don't remember who we were with. Yeah, see? I figured as soon as I mentioned it, you would totally, like, it would put things together and you'd be like, oh yeah, that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, well, Totally Normal is looking for that clip. I'm gonna go back and pull up some other additional Power Soccer clips that we have. Just some pretty, some cool shots of, like some of the practices, stuff like that. More Power Soccer. Then we can kind of talk about some of the coaching stuff. Kind of a cool view, being able to look down at the court and be able to see everything. You can really hear those Strike Force motors making quite a bit of noise. Little short clips here and there. Try to get longer ones. Correct. It would be for the ball. As soon as the ball, like if I put my mouse right there, that blue line, as soon as the ball crosses that line, that would be out of bounds. Probably not the best example of a video for that. Let's see if I have any other bigger videos. I have videos here, kind of things all in between. All right. Let's see here. So this is basically something that we do at every practice, or not every practice, but during practice. It's basically the modern equivalent of dodgeball, except for the balls are not being thrown, they're being rolled. Just because these balls will bounce up and you get hit with one of these soccer balls, it hurts really bad and can cause some damage. So it was definitely only a rolling kind of situation. But yeah, it's something that basically everyone starts out in the middle, and then basically they have to stay within the bounds of the court. What's a wheelchair repair, it looks like. I was not in my soccer chair that day, so I was out right away. Basically, the rule for this is I have to go forward full speed at all times. They can't stop or slow down, which sometimes they do. So it's kind of a fun little thing. I like to enjoy doing it that. So let's catch up here on chat. I didn't know there were rules about the chair being out of bounds, hitting the ball. Yeah, I mean, if somebody came in like and went out of bounds and then came back in to like hit the ball to keep it in court, that would be allowed. That would be allowed. That wouldn't be a problem at all. It's gonna be interesting to hear when the scooters get combined with the outdoor drinking areas. Yeah, that was definitely quite the interesting times. during like Portland when they first introduced the scooters. I mean, scooters were left everywhere on the sidewalks of Portland to the point where accessibility became a problem because you go to a sidewalk to be a scooter in the middle of the sidewalk or at the end of the crosswalk, and there's just no place to go around, or you have to like go back a few blocks across the street. Like having those scooters introduced into the area is definitely going to be a problem, and especially areas of drinking. For sure, Christopher, that's going to be a big problem. I used the Discord noise to calculate we have 10 seconds of latency to the stream. Okay, that's interesting. I even have the YouTube settings set to low latency and it's still 10 seconds. Huh. So much for fiber internet. So Totally Normal was able to find the video that I was mentioning earlier. It was completely random thought, I know. But sometimes randomness is the best. Plus, you guys always enjoy like a random video, like here and there. You can't go wrong with that. Let me get it loaded. It's a very short clip, I promise people. It's not long. Then we'll come back and talk about coaching stuff. Man, who's that guy? I don't recognize that guy at all. I know who that guy is. I don't know about him. Make sure we got proper volume. All right, here's us. Is basically, I think we're doing like a 3-mile hike this day. This cruise in Portland and had a close call. They don't need to be getting bigger, but yet they are. Like that guy. I saw that. That was close. Like that guy. I saw like that guy. I couldn't tell. Bigger, but yet they are. Like that guy. It doesn't look that close. That was close. Like that guy. But that was definitely close. That was definitely a close call. That would have definitely put both of them onto the into the hospital for sure. I mean, the scooters are just so dangerous downtown. But wait, on the subject of scooters, we have an additional fail video. That's true. Random is best when it's not planned. Yeah, I feel like we kind of covered what I planned on talking about. Not all of it, but we covered like, I'd say 90% of that. Let's take a look at one more fail. Like that guy. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, here's another scooter wipeout. Nice. This is from camera back of chair. Got it. Here we go. Scooter fail.
Yeah, the waterfront's off limits to those scooters. They do water accidents? It's a ticket. Yeah. Have a good one.
Wow. That was craziness. Yeah, that was the most interesting part, was him like getting up and then like running away. It's like, wait, dude, like how do you just like fall like that and like run? I mean, I could imagine like running a little bit, but he was just like, yeah. Now I can't tell, and maybe totally normal can recall if he actually hit our friend Franklin's chair or not. I don't recall if whether or not he hit, but yeah. Little so it's that we must be using that for soccer too. Just put a little oil on the ground. Yeah, I can see that. That's the only thing about the dangers of scooters is people change my position here. People end up you know, hauling down sidewalks and stuff with those, and it just ends up being such crazy danger for, you know, everyone involved. Does anybody in chat have any close things with the scooters at all? Has anybody else had any like issues with them before? I'm sure there are a lot downtown elsewhere as well. I'm gonna change something here real quick. Gonna adjust the lights there behind me a little bit. Just so they're not just so they're not as bright. They're kind of getting things a little bit out of yeah, out of focus back there. There we go. Just change it up a little bit. Change up the background. In a power chair, no. In a wheelchair, all the time. Blind corners are the worst. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the blind corners is what really keeps things dangerous, especially as a wheelchair user. That's for sure. Wish we had some more videos to be able to show you guys of people fighting with like the ball, stuff like that. We have a lot of videos, but they're all like small, like 10-second videos. So I don't have anything lengthy time. So it's something that we need to definitely, I guess I need to make sure we work on going forth, making sure we have videos and stuff of more Power Soccer action to be able to share with you guys. So one of the things that I wanted to also chat about was Power Soccer, was the coaching aspect, and a lot of it, and mainly all started because when I first moved here, I didn't have basically a Power Soccer program here, and I knew that not only would I probably have to manage the program, but then I'd probably have to end up basically coaching it as well. And there's definitely been there's definitely a lot of learning curve for me in the very beginning, the first year, like 2016. Learning to coach, I've took a lot of things from my old coaches in Arizona and put those into my coaching style, which worked out really well. And I've gotten really gotten to a point now where I every single time I go for the last 3-4 years have been very enjoyable, and being able to see especially a lot of the younger athletes that haven't ever done anything with like their soccer chair and stuff before is just like, it was just amazing. It was huge. It just be able to see their smile on the face of them going and being able to hit the ball and make a goal for the first time and control their chairs in ways that they didn't know that they could is just for me, that's what it's all about for any of the ages, whether a young kid, an adult, just seeing them out there on the court driving their chair, doing that. It's just, yeah, it's really awesome. Oh, I apologize. I did not realize that Stream Elements was deleting messages. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. It looks like it's making it onto the chat though on the screen before it's deleting. So I will go in and adjust that. Thanks for catching that. Stream Elements is great and it has a bot, but not when it's going to go and start deleting messages in the middle of stuff. That's not cool. That clip reminds me of the last time I was at the park and a couple kids biked past me and they said, watch this, and wiped out immediately. Yeah, sounds about right. It's a 2-hour drive to the nearest Power Soccer group. Oh, man, that's tough. Yeah, I don't know why that was flagged at all. Oh, I see why it was flagged. There you go. Messages shouldn't be flagged anymore. Oh, did it to both your messages? Man, sorry, dude. It should be turned off now. I just adjusted it. It had something, what's that called, paragraph protection, where it was like removing certain lengths of messages, which it shouldn't have done. So I turned that off. Ah, one more video on strike. Okay. Well, there's another example of the Strike Force chair, and this is basically shows its, I don't know, what's the best way I could describe this? Its abilities, not necessarily speed, but definitely like its abilities it's able to do. Let's see here. Turn up the volume quick. Don't turn up your volume. Ignore what you see on the screen. It may hurt your ears. So there was at one point in time where I believe, I don't know if this is that video, but at one point in time we were had up a booth at the Portland Auto Show, and we were just kind of hanging out, and I don't recall who it may have been. May have been Franklin or Totally Normal, who did a wheelie and went right into a pole. I don't quite remember. Yeah, that spin, the ability of those Strike Force chairs and the way that they can spin is just incredible. Like, it's just like, wow. The torque of those things are awesome. Yeah, people jumping out of the way. Yeah, wheelies all day long in that thing. If you don't have that, basically it has a wheelie bar in the back, and if you don't have that down, you'll instantly do like front end up right away. It's something that basically, even in my chair, without the without me having basically anti-tippers on the back or me having that lower down, you hit the gas, the thing just says instant wheelie. It's just those chairs are just have so much torque. Thank you for sharing that, Totally Normal. That was awesome. Put a discus sling on the front and toss. Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. I think I have a video showing the ball get hit pretty good. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta find you one that's got like a lot of speed behind it. Yeah, so we were at, like, we had a table nearby, like a booth, and somebody was driving one of our chairs, or maybe one of our athletes, I don't remember who, but somebody like hit the gas, and I remember like they literally like drove it into a pole after the wheelie and caused a nice good sized dent. So yeah. Oh, it was you. It was somebody. I don't know who it was. I was just guessing. There was like somebody from our. I'm scrolling through videos. See if I can find you guys a quick little corner kick-in video. Yes, definitely a unstoppable force versus an unmovable object. Yeah, that pull was not going anywhere. Yeah, it was epic. It was good. It was definitely approved. I mean, not really, but yeah, we could just pretend it's approved. Gosh. Oh, okay, we have a video of the actual incident, so we will. Of course, there'd be evidence. You know, of course there is. There probably shouldn't be. We won't mention locations, right? We'll keep that to a minimum. Oh, except for it kind of really says where it is in the video, doesn't it?
How's it going, man? It's going good. I was just.
Oh my gosh, that guy. Do you remember how far in it is? Sorry, I had to sneeze. Whew. Okay. I think I got to the part where it happened. That's true. You have a very good point. When isn't he almost near the end?
Holy crap. So you kick the soccer ball that way. That is freaking... And you have to have the wheelie wheels down, otherwise anytime you move, it just... Whoa! Holy crap! That's at 60%? Yeah. That is freaking amazing. The reason I hopped in it, though, is I wanted to turn it up all the way. They supposedly go 8 miles an hour, but I haven't tried it. No shit. So, I'm going to try that. That's freaking amazing. Yeah, so you get the ball next to you and you spin around. You spin it, bam, and launch it. Way across the place, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a video playing on that weird little screen. Oh.
If only we had the ball.
I'm going to do it like profile.
Let's see.
That's
you whipping up and down.
These are zippy as heck.
Where's
yeah,
the...
that's pretty quick. Dude.
Oh, I thought it was going to be right there.
Dude, bam! That is freaking amazing. I never seen one that fast. Yeah, I gotta be safe with the peoples. Hang on there. Give it a minute here. You go right, I'll go left. We stop at Ricky's Jerky.
Super chat.
Thank you so much, G-Wiz.
Got this guy super chat in the middle of the video.
Waiting for safety to happen. Wheelchair racing, here first. Actually, maybe you should go. Oh.
Every single time you try to go, more and more people. Photography moment.
Crazy fast.
Is it right here?
That was awesome. Oh, you got the big bumpers. Hell yeah, brother.
No one saw that.
Thanks a lot for the freaking content, man. They want to make sure I give you a sticker for sure.
Okay.
And what's your channel?
Totally normal.
Nothing to see here. I did not put a dent in that metal thing at all. Oh my goodness. That was great. I mean, not great that there was a dent put into the thing, but definitely a great video showing that. Oh, thank you, Orion. It's the most violent thing, SPS immediate spasms. Oh man. That would not be a good time at all, dude. So what do you guys think about that? It really kind of showed the performance of the strike force and also the dangers of a strike force in a small area. Yeah, just move along. Keep coming. It's fine. Don't mind the power wheelchair zooming by at 8 miles an hour that could take you out. I'm actually surprised of when taking the chairs like out on the floor and like doing like we were passing the ball back and forth doing demonstrations. A lot of people didn't really. I mean, some of them people are paying attention. Yeah, that wheelie was definitely like crazy, and that was I think before we even had a chance to adjust the chairs. Like I think we literally got that chair like I think like a week before, like 3 days before, to the point where we didn't even have a chance to even adjust it yet or even play with it. So that part was pretty cool. I like having fun like history videos we can go back and look at and laugh about. But like, yeah, remember that one time it took a pull. Oh, it was Wanzo's first dent in his chair. That's perfect. That's we're just trying to break it in for him, right? Trying to make it all set, ready to go. Yeah. Well, awesome. It was a good time so far. Glad we've had actually a lot of good videos, a lot of good things. Yeah, they'll definitely. I mean, those motors are super noisy. A lot of it has to do with like the metal gearing. It's like metal on metal in those gearboxes, and it's just super noisy. Let's see here where we're at. It's like a baseball glove. You want them broken in before you use it. That's true. Very true. You don't want to just have like a wheelchair without breaking it in properly. So that's for sure. And if you're breaking it in, you're doing it right. And I had a really good video to be able to show you guys of something that we've been doing at one of the practices, practicing corner kicks, and it really kind of shows you exactly what Totally Normal is doing, but with an actual ball from the corner of the court. So let me see if I can pull that up and be able to show that to you guys. Because a proper corner kick really shows you the power of those chairs. Give me a second, clicking through these. Stress testing done by Totally Normal. That could be an advertisement. I think that all wheelchair manufacturers should just send strict, like any type of chair, should just be go ahead and should be sent, no matter what. I think that's definitely the only way to go. They could definitely be a good product tester. Well, I found a clip. It's not the best clip, but it'll get you guys an idea. And I don't think this wheelchair is turned all the way up. Let's get it started over here. See, that was almost, I think, only like half speed on that turn. You just noticed yours was over 5 seconds behind live. Nice. It's all good though. No worries. But at least that kind of gives you an idea of basically the ball gets planted. We hit it from there. I thought I had a video where it actually shows the ball being hit, and it got hit enough or hard enough to where the ball actually goes airborne. Oh, here it is. There we go. Here's the video I wanted to show you guys. It shows you the power of a full, basically a full spin kick here. I apologize for it being horizontal, but this is in slow-mo, so at least it kind of gives you an idea of the power behind the chair. These balls here are pretty heavy by themselves. It got a little bit of air on that one, it's not as much. It's also, he has foam pads on the side of the metal guard, and the reason why those are there are to help protect, basically, I'll pause it right there. So what happens anytime you either get hit or hit from the side or you hit the ball, your foot, if it's not properly tied in, will go and it'll smack the side of that metal guard. And so without having that pool noodle there, it would definitely be killing the foot. But the pool noodle does have a little bit of effect on the ball as far as it going. And we're working on getting better foot straps to make sure that's not a problem going forward. Because that's definitely been a problem. It's been a problem for me. Right now, I don't have any type of proper tie downs for my feet. After I have redone my chair, my ankles have rolled quite a bit since when I was playing in Arizona. And because of that, I have no proper way of really securing my feet down to the foot plates. It's something I need to work on before we end up doing starting the season. So that way I don't get beat up too badly. I mean, a little badly, just not, a terrible amount. Anybody else have any Power Soccer questions, thoughts, ideas? I'm kind of open for a Q&A session of anything regarding the Power Soccer at all. No, the other? Nothing? Nada? Okay. That's cool. That works. You guys are gonna keep it nice and short today, huh? It's all good. Is it national or global? It is a global sport. I don't remember how many teams there are totally worldwide. I believe there's a stat on the United States Power Soccer Association website. Let me put that in the chat for you guys. I believe on their website it has the history with photos. Yeah, and that was so I'm saying there's 12 countries representing the World Cup we went to in 2017. So it's definitely international sport for sure. To answer your question, Christopher, was it hard finding interest in Power Soccer? Absolutely not. Like, Just the the sport itself is something that's easily able to become not necessarily addicted to in a way, but just it just has so many positive aspects for a power wheelchair user, especially since there is no really other sport out there for people that use power chairs or any type of disability or more severe disability that may not even use a power chair yet. But I think for the more severely disabled people that are out there, I think it's definitely not hard to find interest in it. Just being able to work with your teammates, spend more time with people that have similar interests of wanting to play soccer, it really makes it really enjoyable. So I put the link in chat for the Power Soccer, United States Power Soccer Association. They're kind of like the main governing body here for the United States for Power Soccer. And then on their website, they do have an evolution of Power Soccer to basically, shows basically how it started. They've actually started back in France, is where it started. They're using a basketball and wood boards. Is basically kind of what it started as. Looks like. It looks like power chair football is also was going on in 1982. They called it something a little bit different. And it looks like in 1988 is when power soccer was imported to the USA by a disabled sports program at the University of Students in Berkeley, California, which is where we might be heading to. I'll see you later, Dee Dee. Thanks for being on. Appreciate it. Have a good night. It's actually pretty fun. They used to play with like a big inflatable ball, like a yoga ball way back in the days. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but this basically talks about how that there was power soccer kind of going on everywhere, but there wasn't like a good connection between all the groups. So it looks like in 2005 is when it kind of really started off internationally, like all like working together, where there's like 7 different countries got together and decided like, hey, we need to come up with like standards, what needs to be done at an international level, and then obviously then Team USA or United States Power Soccer Association took that information and kind of figured out what they wanted to do. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little information thing. It's available on their website. It talks about the history. It's pretty cool. And obviously they show looks like this is a pretty good size photo from when at the Cup in 2017, the World Cup that Totally Normal and I were able to attend. What that image is from. It's pretty cool. I remember that trip like it was yesterday. But I think it was the first time that Totally Normal destroyed an iPhone, if I recall. Don't quote me on that. It might have been not the first time, but I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, 12 countries. Yeah, that's right. 12 countries at that one. You have 20 gigs of unedited footage from that trip. Maybe it means like a repeat, like a video, a second video of it or something, a remix. Maybe it's a possibility. Yeah, so the first time we did break a phone was on that trip. Okay. Yeah, or not break the phone, but the phone screen, yeah. All right, one little last parting some videos here to show you guys. Reverse. That was just basically trying to practice clearing the gap in between two players to get a real nice shot across. And we tried it different ways. You could see some different times where it didn't work. Like just basically having Alex, you see there, just doing it over and over and over again until we got it right. So the ball was always going right in front of my foot there. This is something we've really been trying to practice on. There's a slow motion version of it. But you kind of get the gist of basically what we're trying to do is make it so if I was the opposing team and this was one of our players, basically we're going to hit the ball across, cut it right in front of it last minute, and then have a person way out here come in on the same team and knock it into goal. That's kind of the intention of the play that we're practicing there. It's hard to tell because the video's up and down, but we at practice we seem to take a lot of videos up and down for our social media, stuff like that. So yeah, so there's kind of a little bit of Power Soccer in a nutshell, and this, I don't know if any of the people knew that I was the coach and ran a program here, or also the Totally Normal helped me start the program here. Didn't know if anybody knew that history, but there, it's out there. You guys know. So if anybody ever has any questions at all about Power Soccer, you can find everything about Power Soccer PDX at Power Soccer PDX all together. You can find all my information, obviously, on the screen the whole entire time of the video. So if you have any questions about Power Soccer at all, or you want to know more things about it, just hit me up, send me a message. And if I don't know the answer to your question about Power Soccer, I will find out and get that answer for you. Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone for being available for a live stream tonight. I appreciate each and one of you for being on and hanging out. And yeah, I think we're gonna call it an end. It's getting a little late for me at my end, so I will be seeing you guys next week with some new content, new projects, and we'll just kind of go from there. So hopefully I will be able to sneak on to Totally Normal stream tomorrow. I'll be in chat, hopefully. It's my goal. I'm setting myself a reminder. So I will be chatting with you guys later. Everyone have a wonderful evening. And remember, if I can do it, so can you. All right, guys. Have a good night.